All right, we are recording. So continuing in this with story fairy tale 37. Um, Hang on. I think it's the brothers. Four skillful brothers. Um, it's interesting. I do like it. I don't. Is there a moral? I guess in a way there kind of sort of is. I think it might more so just be a good story. It might also be symbolic of various things. I'm not sure, but I still liked it. I liked it. So you got a father. He's poor, has four sons. He tells them, I have no inheritance to give you. Go out in the world and find a trade so that may keep yourself. Um, you, Basic stuff there. So they go out and they stay together until they reach a point that there's basically a fork in the road to four different paths. And they decide, okay, this is where we part, but in 4 years, we shall return here. Like 4 years to the day, we shall return here and meet up again. So now they go out. The eldest goes down his road, and each one encounters somebody who asks them, "What are you doing? What are you looking for?" and answers, "A trade." The eldest encounters a man who says, "I will teach you to be a thief." Well, that doesn't sound very honest. I don't want to do that, since ultimately a thief always leads to being a thief always leads to the gallows. I just want to see how he specifically responds to that. Not that. That's the tailor. "Oh," said the man, "you need not be afraid of the gallows. I will only teach you to get such things as no other man could ever lay hold of, and no one will ever detect you." So he allowed himself to be talked into it, and became an accomplished thief, and so dexterous that nothing was safe from him once he desired to have it. Not exactly the good guy, but still has these skills. The second son, encounters an astronomer who basically is, "Hey, you learn to be an astronomer, and nothing will ever be hid from you." And after a while, his master gives him a telescope so he can see everything on Earth and in the heavens. Cool, great. And they all become very good at whatever this craft is, by the way. The third meets a huntsman who, again, teaches him everything. He becomes a great huntsman. And here's a gun, and whenever you shoot it, it will surely hit whatever you're aiming. And the fourth encounters a tailor. And initially, he kind of like the eldest is like, I don't really know. I don't really want that work, hunched over doing all this. He's like, "You say that from ignorance. Don't worry. If I teach you how to be a tailor, it will be the most reputable of jobs. And it isn't like that. Don't worry about it." So it's like, okay, I'll be a tailor. And then when he is given, is his a needle. That is very, very special. Because he's told that whatever it is, soft or hard, like soft like fabric or hard like steel, you can use this to stitch up so perfectly no one will even see a seam. Cool. So 4 years elapse, they come back together, and they love each other. So there's hugging, kissing, all that. Go back to their dad, and he's like, "Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. Now I'm going to put you to the test to see how good these trades actually are. There's a nest up there. Astronomer. How many eggs are in it? Looks 5 eggs. Thief. Go up and get them. Goes up, gets them without disturbing the bird sitting, so the parent sitting on the nest. Brings them down. Father puts them at the four corners of a table and the fifth one in the center. Huntsman shoot them all in half with one shot. How he manages that, I got no idea, but in any case, does that. And then as a tailor, sew the eggs back up and the babies inside. Sews them up. Thief, put them back. Puts them back after a few days, they hatch, and it's only the red line at their necks that indicate anything, because that's the thread they were sewed back up with. I do wonder if that is actually supposed to be referencing why certain birds may have a red collar. I'm not sure. Basically, that's likely a symbol. I'm just not sure exactly of what. So it's like, cool, you all are great. Now, there's a king. He has a daughter, because every king has a daughter, it seems. She gets taken by a dragon. That's what happens to every king's daughters, more or less. So he's upset by that, and it's like, okay, whoever rescues her, you get to marry her. Okay, we good? Good. So the four sons are like, we'll take a shot at it. So the astronomer uses his telescope, looks around, and it's like, there's an island, rocky island in the sea there. I can see the dragon, I can see her. That's where we need to go. Hey, King, can we borrow a boat? Here you go. So all four go out. As they approach, the huntsman is like, well, I could shoot and kill it, but the dragon is asleep on her lap. We actually have an image of that here. It's one of the plates. See? And he's like, yeah, I could shoot and kill it, but I'd probably kill her too, so can't do that. So the thief is like, don't worry, I got this. Goes up, manages to, without even disturbing the dragon snoring, rescues her, brings her back to the boat. So they leave. Dragon wakes up, understandably annoyed that, hey, where'd my princess go? Goes out after them. So now the huntsman takes a shot, hits dragon in the heart, kills it. It falls. But I don't remember if it said that it like fell onto the ship or if it just fell in the water, and then from that the wave destroyed the ship. But now they're stuck just on what the debris is. But then the tailor, using his magic needle, rebuilds the boat, puts it all back together. So now they get home safe. And it's like the king's like, awesome, you saved them. Who does she marry? And they relate the story. And he's like, yeah, you all have equal claims. So how about this instead? Because I will give you each a portion of my kingdom. And they're like, better that than for us to be in variance with each other, and basically in conflict with each other. So yeah, they accept that. And that's kind of where the story ends. It's just, they live happily ever after along with their father, because now, they're taking care of him. Yeah. I like it. It's a fairly simple story. Fairly basic. It's also one, basic not in a bad way. Basic as in, it's simple and has the fundamentals there, works well. It's definitely a story that I could see being retold with far greater detail than this. Like I could see a full novel out of this. I don't really know if there's a moral to it, though. Maybe just the value of trades, but also the idea, how it's even stated at the end. It is better thus that that we get the portions, we don't get the princess. It is better thus than that we should be at variance with each other. Which, that I could definitely see being a moral. In that idea that it's better to not have that greater thing, because they would probably see the princess as greater, especially because, in theory, based on some of the other fairy tales and also in general, in theory, whoever would have her as their wife would be the next king, so would have the whole kingdom. But the idea that, no, it's better that we take the lesser rewards here than to be at odds with each other, than to be in conflict with each other. And that is definitely a moral that some people could probably benefit from. That sometimes the lesser reward also means a lesser cost, because it would have, if one of them had tried to get it somehow, that would have caused great strife and would have been bad, because they would have lost their brothers, maybe even had to kill their brothers or something. It's like I was kind of expecting like something like this could end up happening. No, they're good, so yeah, not sure about if we do have a clear moral here. There is morality in it, yes. Not sure if we have a clear moral. Yeah. Although I do also still find it weird. It's like no one's got a problem with the dude being a great thief, that apparently whenever he wanted something he could just get it. Didn't matter what it was. We're not touching on that at all. Yeah, that one's a little disappointing. Don't get me wrong, it is still a valuable skill, and even if, without being a thief, without being a criminal, those are still skills I could see being valuable elsewhere. So, like, the whole getting the eggs, like he did. And there could be other things as well, rescuing the princess, espionage kind of stuff. I mean, so yeah, there can still be uses. Honest uses, I guess I should say. But, yeah. So what's next? Clever Gretel. That's the third and final clever characters, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's not that long. Of Life. That's an interesting plate. Very ugly dwarf. Okay, then eventually Sleeping Beauty. And Dr. Know-All, and then the Goose Girl last. Okay. Should be fun. Should be fun. Nearly at the end, which is kind of neat because I am looking forward to the next book. But I have to finish this one off first. All right. I guess it's just a short one. I can't think of anything more to say. I did enjoy this story. Yeah. See you next time.